What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the group chat. Today we're going to bring you our first impressions video on the Black Ops Cold War beta. We've been checking it out over the weekend, we've had the full group chat on as a squad, which has been great, and overall we've been digging it. For this review as well, we've deliberately avoided any other reviews of any other YouTubers or similar videos so that our judgment can be as unbiased as possible and we can actually deliver to you what we feel is group chat gaming. It's important to note that this is just our opinion. If you played the beta and you feel differently about it, that's cool. Let us know in the comments section below. We'd love to hear it. As always, before we start though guys, it's gratitude time. So thank you to everyone who's shown us support over the last couple of months. We're smashing the goals that we set for ourselves when we started out. YouTube is a long grind, but we're heading in the right direction. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an upload, and leave us some love with a like or a comment. Okay, jumping into it, let's start off with what we're enjoying with the beta, and the first thing that comes to mind are the guns. The guns feel really solid, and they perform as they should do based on the situation that you're using them in. There seems to be good variety, despite not all of them being unlocked due to the beta level cap, and we can imagine that doing the camera grinds this year is going to be a rewarding experience and something that we're looking forward to. Obviously we're still a month out from release, and there will be some weapon tweaks. The SMGs in particular seem to be the current meta, and are viable at both short and long ranges. You don't really see this as a bad thing though, as ARs still outgun them at long ranges, and if they weren't as versatile, we don't think there'd be a place for them in the meta at all, especially when you're considering that you can now carry a shotgun as a secondary. If you're on Xbox and haven't played the beta yet, we'd recommend trying out the AK-74U, which absolutely shreds and is our favourite gun of the game so far. Still on the topic of guns, the level of customization that was brought into Warzone has been exceeded here, and Treyarch have also provided exactly how certain attachments will impact the gun down to a stat level. This allows you to spec it out exactly to your own personal playstyle, and we're a big fan of this. Another positive that we'd like to highlight is that for a game in such early days, the spawns are actually really good. We've played a lot of Call of Duties over the years, and generally day one, spawns are an issue that everyone complains about. In the alpha for this game, there were actually spawn issues, but it looks like they've tweaked these, and there weren't many instances, if any, where we died straight off spawn or thought that the spawning system was off. The final thing that's an overall positive, especially on the back of Modern Warfare, is the time to kill or the speed at which you kill someone. Modern Warfare and Infinity Ward games in general tend to have a too quick time to kill, which penalises movement and encourages people to camp. Treyarch, on the other hand, who are developing Cold War, tend to get the time to kill spot on, and they've done so again here. The only thing I would say about this is that I don't have stats to go off, but my initial impressions are that the headshot multipliers may be a little bit too much, meaning you can sometimes be winning a gunfight and then suddenly just get dropped. It's only a minor gripe though, and as I said, the time to kill is overall a net positive. Okay, so onto the things that we're neutral about, and the main one is the maps. Treyarch in general make much better maps than Infinity Ward, and even though the maps in the beta in my opinion aren't some of their best efforts, at least people are moving around the map again. Modern Warfare's maps penalise movement so much that people are afraid of leaving their buildings. The maps in Cold War generally provide cover and the ability to rush if that's how you want to play, or hold power positions if that's how you want to play as well. The reason we're neutral on maps is because they're not at the standard that we generally hold Treyarch to. The new map in Cartel has huge issues with bushes around the B flag that just obscure visibility, and frankly we don't know how they pass through internal testing. Apart from the Dusty Wizard, who is our OG 420 sniper, we're also not really fans of the map Satellite either. We find the map is unbalanced and leads to repetitive engagements, you're either rushing one side with an SMG or a shotgun, or you're sitting out on the dunes taking shots like a Tusken Raider. So it's a mixed review for the maps, but based on Treyarch's track record, we're confident that they'll deliver the goods in the final version. On to the bad, and these are issues that we've had with nearly every Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare, and even sometimes back to Black Ops 2. The first is the netcode, latency, lag compensation, or whatever you want to call it. We give Treyarch praise for their map design, their movement, and their willingness to listen to the community as a developer, but the lag compensation in their games always seems to be an issue. Dying when you've already rounded a corner, or seemingly getting the first bullet in and then dying can be frustrating, but unfortunately it seems like this is part and parcel of a Treyarch game. That being said, it's frustrating, but it's not game breaking. Black Ops 2 was the worst example of this, and that is objectively one of the best Call of Duties ever. I'm not holding my breath for this to be fixed between now and the final game, and we're probably just going to have to live with it. The next is skill-based matchmaking, and this has really been a problem since Advanced Warfare, where it was the first COD that I can remember anyway, of when it was brought in. We get why Activision insist on having this in their games. No one likes to be the new player who just gets shit on lobby after lobby, but by having such aggressive skill-based matchmaking in your games, it only serves to alienate your core fanbase. In our opinion, a more balanced method of matchmaking would be to match squads up with other squads, so that you're not playing with a bunch of solos against a 6-man. Additionally, they could look at having a beginner's bracket for new players, so that they're not put off by the game immediately, before throwing 95% of the population in together. We think that the Black Ops 2 skill-based matchmaking, balancing the team so that the skill was evenly distributed on both sides, was still the best method and something they should consider going back to. And the final negative is the move towards crossplay, particularly crossplay between consoles and PC. We get it for Battle Royales where you need to populate 150 player lobbies quickly, but for a 6v6 multiplayer game, we don't see any benefit in allowing crossplay between console and PC. At its core, they're two fundamentally different experiences, and the advantages of PC in some instances and console in the others causes more frustrations than they solve. Rounding out our review, we scored the beta a B, being mindful that it's still early and there is a good game in here at its core. If Treyarch released some great maps with a full game and changed the skill-based matchmaking, we feel like this could be an instant classic. Treyarch have a history of implementing community suggestions and are a good developer, so we're optimistic about the outlook for the game. Should you rush out and pre-order this? Well, no, because there isn't any benefit to doing so, but if you're looking to get into COD or are a hardcore fan of the franchise, Treyarch invariably delivers a solid game. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to be really active with Cold War and Warzone, so if you want more of our content, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on. Our channel is a mixture of coaching, memes, and high quality gameplay. Subscribe to catch the vibe, and we'll see you in the next one.